Hello Guitarland, it's Mark from Lot More Guitar Studio. In this lesson, we're going to check out the guitar solo from the live version of the song No Woman No Cry by Bob Marley and the Wailers. It was played by Marley guitarist Al Anderson, and it was recorded in 1975. This is one of my favorite examples of a major key guitar solo, in this case the key of C major. Let's check it out. Okay, let's break this down. We're in the key of C major, and we're going to start on the 4th string, 7th fret, go back to the 5th fret on the 4th string, and come up to the 3rd string, 5th fret. So then we're going to slide up to the 9th fret on the 3rd string, then go 8, 10 on the 2nd, and then to the 8th on the 1st string. So that's kind of just going up the pentatonic scale. And then when you hit the 10th fret, you're going to bend it up a whole step to the E note on the 12th fret. So then immediately jump to the 13th fret 1st string, then pick the 15th fret, jump down to the 2nd string and bend a whole step. So that's on the 15th fret, and then end on the 13th. So we have this, right? Little vibrato there, and then you're going to come down on the 3rd string, 14 to 12, and then 14 on the 4th string. Then I'm going to slide into this C shape here on, we're going to go to the 9th fret on the 3rd string. I'm going to go to the 10th fret on the 3rd string, and then you're going to go to the 8th fret 2nd string, and then 8th fret 1st string. So you're kind of sliding, kind of playing around this chord shape. You know, we know it as the E form from our lessons. So then we're going to do like a Hendrix style R&B lick where we hammer on the 2nd string 10th fret, but hold the 8th fret on the 1st and 2nd string. So we're going to keep the 8th fret on the 1st string, but hammer the 2nd string 10. It's a nice sweet interval. Then do a trill off the same note, come down to the 3rd string 10th fret, and then back up to the 8th fret both strings. Getting those notes to ring together as it really sweetens it up. Then you're going to hammer on the 2nd string 10th fret again, but this time hold your finger there. And we're going to come down to the 4th string 10th fret, and I like to hybrid pick this lick where I pick the 4th string, then my middle finger plays the 2nd string 10th fret. That's all, both of those notes are on the 10th fret. Back to the 4th string, then up to the 11th fret 2nd string, back to the 4th string, then back to the 10th fret 2nd. So then I'm just going to come back down the chord again, so I'm barring the 8th fret 1st string and 2nd. And then we have, you know, it's almost like a blues lick here. But, you know, you could bend it, I guess, but I do a little hammer on from 8 to 9 on the 3rd string. So I'm going to come down the 1st and 2nd on the 8th fret, then hammer on briefly the 3rd string 9th fret and end on the 4th string 10th. So Then jump to the 5th string. We're still in C major this whole time, so we're using the different forms here. We're going to jump to the 5th string, 10th fret, go to the 12th. So there I'm picking 10 twice, then hammering on 12, then coming to the 4th string, 10th fret, back to the 5th string, 12th, back to the 4th string, 10th. Then you're going to slide from 12 to 14. Stay in that position, jump to the 3rd string, 12th fret, go to the 14th and back, then go to the 2nd string, 13th fret, up to the 15th, and then back to the 13th. So we have back down to the 3rd string, 14th to 12, back up to 13 2nd, then bend the 15th, and when you do that bend, you're going to get your pinky, and I use my pinky. You could also use your 2nd and 3rd fingers, but I'm going to try to grab the 15th fret of the 1st string there. So we have so after you hit that string on the 1st string, 15th fret, you do one more bend. Then I'm going to come back and play around this C chord right here. But I'm going to bar my 1st finger on the 12th fret, and I'm going to pick the 13th fret 2nd string, and then do this little hammer on, but try to get both strings. So I'm hammering on the 14th fret of the 3rd string, and trying to let it ring with the 13th fret of the 2nd. So then we come all the way back to the 5th position, and my pinky is going to grab the 8th fret 2nd string, and I'm going to bend on the 3rd string, 7th fret. So it's kind of like a blues lick, but it sounds major here because we're in the major pentatonic scale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the pinky, hold that note on the 8th fret 2nd string, bend the 3rd string up and down, pull off, and then bend again. Here you could probably let the pinky go. And I'm going to bend that a whole step, 3rd string. Then you bring it down and go up a step and a half. So we're looking for this note. And then we're going to bend up and down, release, pull off, and then come down to the 7th fret, 4th string, back up to the 3rd string, 5th fret. So we have this. Up to F. And we have kind of a flashy traditional blues lick, but again, it sounds major because we're in the key of C major here. We're going to bend the 3rd string on the 7th fret, bar the 5th fret, 2nd and 1st string. I'm going to pull off the 8th fret of the 2nd string to the 5th fret, 2nd string, and then go to the 7th fret, 3rd string, back up to the 5th fret, 2nd, and then you're going to kind of roll over to the 3rd string, 5th fret. So it sounds like this. Then you go back and do that same thing again, but now you jump to the 4th string and 3rd, and I'm barring both of those, but I'm only going to hammer on the 4th string. So this is another kind of Hendrixy R&B lick. Then I'm going to slide back from the 7th fret, 5th string, to the 5th, then back to the 3rd. So, and then I'm going to come down to the 6th string, 5th fret, to the 6th string, 3rd fret. So, now once I've hit that note, jump to the 5th string, 3rd fret, and come right back up the scale. So we have. So that run is picking the 3rd fret of the 5th string, picking the 5th fret, sliding up to the 7th, then going 5, 7 on the 4th string, and then ending on the 3rd string of the 5th fret. So I have. Then I'm going to bar. I'm going to kind of do the same lick that we did over here, but now I'm going to be kind of on an F chord, but so I'm barring the 5th fret and holding the 6th fret of the 2nd string. All right, so let me just get my bearings here. So. So you're actually gonna hammer on the 6th fret of the 2nd string, like that, and kind of let both strings ring, the 1st and 2nd, and then do a little trill. Then come down to the 3rd string of the on the 7th fret, back up to the 2nd string 5th, and then you're gonna hit the 5th fret of the 3rd string. So. Then he adds a little tail end lick here on the 4th string, just like another quick trill. So that's another kind of Hendrixy R&B lick. That's what it sounds like more in real time there. So let me go back to that flashy lick. We have this. So very kind of Hendrixy R&B lick. Then you're gonna stay in this position and play the top 2 strings on the 8th fret, and go back to that 3rd string bend. Then pick the 5th fret of the 3rd string, go down to the 7th on the 4th, and then back up to the 5th of the 3rd. So. Then we're gonna do some sliding 6ths, but in a different spot than you might be used to them. You know, we're kind of used to these type of 6ths, but he's going to do this on the 5th and 3rd strings. Sounds really nice. So I'm going 7th fret, 5th string, to the 3rd fret of the 3rd string. All right, and this is just in the scale. We've got E and C here, then we've got F and D. So that's the 8th fret and the 7th. Then I'm going to go to the 10th fret and the 9th. Then I'm going to go 12 and 10. All right, so let's say. Then we're going to jump back up to this C chord here, the E form. So I'm going to do another type of, kind of Hendrixy thing here, where you're hammering on the 2nd string, 10th fret. So first we do the hammer on the 2nd string, 10th fret, back to just the 8th, then come to the 10th fret of the 3rd string. And then again, I'm going to do kind of like a bluesy hammer on here. So after that, you can kind of hear that note ringing, but in real time, you won't hear it too much. So I'm going. After I hit that 10th fret, I go back to the 8th quickly, and then on the 3rd string, hammer on 8 to 9, and then end on the 10th fret of the 4th string. So. And to finish the solo off, we're going to do, you notice this shape repeats quite a bit, where we have a bar of the 1st finger, and then the 2nd finger kind of goes to the next fret on the 2nd string. We're going to do that here. But I'm going to be on the 7th fret with my bar, but my 2nd finger is going to play the 8th fret of the 2nd string. And we're going to do this. You're going to kind of pick the 2nd string by itself. And if you could kind of these they sound so nice together, all of these notes, so you could kind of hit anything, but not anything, but if you hit those 2 strings, that's great, but it sounds on the recording like he's going to do just the 8th fret, 2nd string, and then a quick hammer on from the 9th to the 10th on the 3rd string. And then pulling off those 3 notes. So we have 10th fret, 9, and then 7 on the 3rd string. And then the last little thing that finishes the solo is a hammer-on from 8 to 10 on the 2nd string. Beautiful solo making use of the C major scale, mostly major pentatonic, and we add the F note there, which is the 4th. So I hope you guys enjoy that one, and I'll see you in the next lesson.